topic is Indian girls are better at sports than boys. Come on, well, that's a fact. Indian girls are better than sports. I mean, what are the guys doing except cricket? Apart from that, nothing is being done. And it's high time that the government actually realizes that they need to invest a lot in sports to up the ante and infrastructure so that India actually goes to many other sporting places and win medals. We saw the plight of so many of our athletes who went at the Olympics. Deepa Karmakar and Sakshi, where Karmakar actually made her a vault using spare parts. So that was, despite that, she goes to the Olympics and kills it at the vault of death. So that is commendable. No other person has done it. Like only 5 Olympians have actually done that till date. So that speaks a lot, and that is a big bold statement when itself says that how girls are actually better than at sports than boys. Apart from that, Saina Nehwal is there, Sindhu is there. They are killing it. The others like the Bopanna, the Pace, they are just fighting among themselves and looking at it. So Indian sports with the boys is going nowhere, and it's time that the girls are given the free will to actually go out there and exploit their potential to the best, so that they can actually come out and say that we are actually better than the boys. That is one. The Indian women's cricket team also, on the other hand, I don't know how many of you noticed, but they were actually killing it in the Women's Cricket World Cup. It was sad that they actually lost out to West Indies in the semis. That was one. That also is because of the lack of facility. So I would just say that it is high time the government realizes, puts the money in, and let the girls take India forward in the games.
Start by Modi, and the idea was to pass it on to other people. So he chose some people, they chose some people, and it started. Personally, I feel it's a very good idea. It's not just one person doing it. It's about passing the ball, and it's not giving a responsibility to a person. It's about taking the responsibility. So, for example, if a company is given, it goes to its employees, and the employees take it ahead. So it's more of a, I don't know how, the entire country is involved in it. When a government does something, people do not take it that seriously. But I think when as an Indian or as a person of the country, if you do it on your own, I think it's taken more seriously. It's just not an Indian thing right now. It's taken another stand where people from out of India recognize it better. I've seen foreigners or I've heard people from outside India also taking part in it. It's more of a campaign now than just something that it was just started and it's just happening right now. I've also seen TV shows doing it. I've also seen companies doing it as a CSR activity. So it just doesn't stop at the government doing something, cleaning the streets. It's always happened. But I think now it's more of a volunteer thing that I want to be a part of it. Yes. I want to be a part of it. I want to do it, and let's do it as a. It's become a fun thing now. I've seen it in movies. I've seen it in TV commercials. I've seen it in television series or something, and it's become a fun thing now rather than something that you have.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Modi's gone on a US trip to meet Donald Trump. He meets him at a local bar for a karaoke session.
Oh, nice.
And Donald Trump just says, "Achhe din aayenge," and there Modi arrives. And they obviously meet with a handshake, the mutual handshake of Modi. And they discuss about a lot of things, about politics and stuff. And Modi tells Donald Trump that you're going to win. And he says, yes, achhe din aayenge. And he's going to beat Hillary Clinton as well. And they both eventually sing a duet song later. Which is, I think, Brokeback Mountain song. I don't remember. Oh no, they sing Love Me Like You Do. What else? How many seconds do I have?
1.1.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
What did they do?
After society was low, they all made love and all work together.
Like 5 seconds, yes.
No, yeah, and that was a happy ending then.
Bad image happened. Joel, you started off really well.
It's from Whisper. It's called #LifeGoal. So they were asking a couple of people who are adults and kids, how do you run like a goal? How do you run like a ball? How do you throw like a goal? How do you talk like a goal? So when it was asked to all adults, everybody's like, I throw like a goal is like this, run like a kid is like this, making like proper this thing. And they asked small goals. What do you mean like a goal? How do you walk like a goal? How do you run like a goal? And they were so passionate about it because they were small little goals and they were actually trying so hard. They're like a goal means it's not a ill word, it's something motivation. When we are girls, we think about like a girl is being a woman and not being called as like a girl. It's like a gali that people usually say, but it's not. So that is the point they were trying to say, that like a girl is not an ill word. They're trying to make a point that like a girl is something very proud to be about.
So people are cheering for you so well.
It's because I hate babies as well. Okay. Yeah?
Yes.
See, the fact is that a few days back I was reading this article about how maternity leave in India has been extended to 3 months and stuff like that. But
6 now.
oh, it's 6 months. So 6 months.
Factual error.
It's irrelevant because the fact is that most countries in the world don't actually have a rule around maternity leave, and I know this is not relevant to India, doesn't say India anywhere, but most countries look at it as a mother's, and this is coming from society, right? That is the mother's duty to actually go produce the kid, look after the kid, cook for the kid, make tiffin, send the guy to school, whatever else. If you're expecting society to change and actually have fathers to have a larger role in the upbringing of the kid, you need to start somewhere, right? And it actually starts when the kids get to come, right? So I think I've seen a lot of friends, and I don't have kids, never want to have kids, but I've seen a lot of friends who had kids, and I've seen guys making the sacrifice to leave something my dad couldn't have done probably, which is giving up smoking around the mother. Small sacrifices, right? Giving up smoking, learning how to cook, feeding his wife while she's pregnant, and yeah, I mean, like, if you really want men to actually share the responsibility, whether it's before the kid is born or after, you want to make this a proper shared role, parenting. There have to be rules around 10 seconds. Yeah. Way back.
This is what you should have said when you went on the Tara Sharma show.
I did.
Fathers should give up smoking.
Actually, I was talking about safety there.
If they disturb, do they get minus points?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, everybody start. Alright, so why is Make in India relevant? I'm not going to go in any particular order, but there are a few different factors. Number one is the creation of jobs. We're suffering from a tremendous amount of underemployment and unemployment. The first thing that needs to happen is Make in India, because that will lead to foreign direct investment, which will actually lead to the setting up of factories and manufacturing plants, etc., and create jobs. The second thing it will do is enforce the increase of quality and quality control in our manufacturing processes, because brand India is going to be the one that's projected forward. Having a powerful country brand is a very, very stimulating factor for the growth of an economy. If you look at what's happening in Brazil and Australia, and even countries like Vietnam, etc., have country brands that are put forward. The image of the country, etc., becomes a lot further glorified because of this factor. So I think that these are the two main factors. Other than that, there are a lot of other issues though. If you look at the relevance might be very high, but there are certain factors one needs to take into consideration which are on the opposite side. Can I speak about this? Okay, great. So the opposite side of it is we have a manufacturing economy. There are three sectors in the economy. There's the agrarian sector, there's the manufacturing sector, there is also the services sector. Now the jury is out on whether we need to dial up the services side of it, because Make in India only talks about manufacturing. Is it really wise for us to be going into manufacturing? Because if we are a developing economy, we want to maybe leapfrog into the stage of services, which is what most developed economies have in the first place, right? So that's the other question mark. Time is up, you said?
No, it is, but you can continue. I said that 15 seconds ago. Anyway, finish it.
So then I can format it and
Yes.
I can go on if that gives us extra points.
Yeah, we have to finish it.
No, we just get to keep the pieces.
Okay, if you wanna
So in
wrap.
essence, I think it's a good thing for the short run, but in the long run, we need to switch to services. That's it.
All right.
All right. Thank you.